a new kind of golf shoe. The first real balance of lightweight comfort and proven performance. More stability, more comfort, more distance. The new LT Series by Squares.
In beautiful Stafford, Virginia, the greens and fairways are just the beginning. Discover our scenic trails, paddle our rivers, and enjoy nature's grandeur. Your taste buds will thank you as you visit our award-winning breweries and wineries. In Stafford, the history, stories, and legends of America's past are waiting to be discovered. Whether you're chasing outdoor adventure, family fun, or a place to unwind, Stafford has it all. Just off I-95 and closer than you think. Plan your visit at tourstaffordva.com. Stafford, where your story starts.
Introducing the Level Playing Field Podcast, a video podcast dedicated to shining a light on the new and ever-changing world of amateur and professional sports. Featuring Olympian and NCAA standout wrestler Dennis Attia sharing his bold opinions on the development of NIL, the transfer portal, and how collegiate scholarships are being reshaped across the country. Each episode dives into the stories, the controversies, and the real impact these changes are having on athletes, schools, and fans. You can find every episode on YouTube, Spotify, and at DennisAttia.com.
I learned in the Marine Corps, when I carried a rifle during the Vietnam War, that you always do what you say you'll do, period. I said our new Gen 6 golf clubs would be of the highest quality, incredibly long, blazing fast, beyond forgiving, and gorgeous to look at, and I'm here to tell you today, they are exactly that. To learn more, visit pxg.com, then schedule your custom fitting today. Hoorah! PXG, nobody makes golf clubs the way we do, period.
Hello and welcome to this week on the Golfin Around Radio Hour. I'm your host, Randy the Tank Tantlinger. Spring has sprung. I know this because of the bunny rabbits that greet me in the morning. When, it's dusk still when I head to the gym early in the morning and, the sun is trying to get up over the horizon and the bunny rabbits are out in my front yard eating the grass and they're kind of like, whatever. You'll never catch us, so we're not bothered by you as I walk by them. And mostly, I know that spring is in the air because it is Masters Week. Masters Week. So I'll ask you, of the four majors, what is your favorite? It's the PGA Championship, isn't it? I don't think so. How about the Open Championship? Ooh, now you're talking, Tank. Now you're talking. The Open Championship. I got to play Royal Portrush, home of last year's U.S. British Open Championship, when I was in Northern Ireland. If you love golf, you got to go to Northern Ireland, man. You got to go to Ireland overall. And there was something about playing the Open Championship course months before the event at Royal Portrush. Rory McIlroy was the favorite. He is a hometown kid there in Northern Ireland. Was not to be. Great drama at the Open Championship last year at Royal Portrush. Speaking of Rory, he won last year's Masters down there in Augusta, and that's what we're talking about right now. The Masters, the Masters, the Masters. Applied name for the tournament isn't the Masters of Golf. Bobby Jones, Jack Nicklaus, Tiger Woods. They are masters of their craft. The Masters is upon us. It's amazing how many photos I see from friends on Facebook that are there, that have finally got a ticket to walk those hallowed grounds that Bobby Jones so envisioned many years ago. It's a point of pride. It's almost like the picture in front of the Butler cabin is the second picture you want. Of course, the first being the bridge at St. Andrews. Guess where I'll be on Sunday? As the Masters is concluding, I will be standing on the Swilcan Bridge in St. Andrews. Truth. You could be too. Log on to usascotlandgolf.com. usascotlandgolf.com. I repeat, usascotlandgolf.com. Join us in beautiful Stafford, Virginia, July 18th, 19th, 2026 for the Team USA National Championship. It's our 5th National Championship. 5 winners will win a trip to St. Andrews, Scotland, and you could be standing on the bridge next year in St. Andrews. You don't need a USGA handicap to play in the event. We use a fail-safe scoring system. We have 5 bracket winners. Peoria scoring, gross scoring, stroke play. Last year's winners from Canton, Ohio, will join me this coming Sunday in standing on the Swilcan Bridge. It could be your chance too. Log on to usascotlandgolf.com, usascotlandgolf.com, usascotlandgolf.com to learn how you could win your chance to come to St. Andrews, Scotland. Oh, what it would be like to be in Augusta over the next few days. Instead, I'm going to be stuck in an aluminum can for 8 hours to get over to Scotland, but that's okay. You know, Arnold Palmer won the Masters 4 times. I've had to interview Mr. Palmer, I don't even know how many times I did, 6, 7 times, excuse me, in my life. And he always said that winning the Masters 4 times was his greatest honor, and that it was his favorite tournament. So let's take a step back. We're going to hear from Arnold Palmer. We're going to hear his thoughts and reflections on why the Masters was his favorite event. Then we're going to transition. You're going to hear the opening ceremonies from Thursday of this week. And wow, how blessed am I? How blessed, Father God, am I that I've got to interview Jack Nicklaus twice. Got to interview Gary Player, and they are the honorary chairmen and driving the ball off the tee to start things up, Jack and Gary. Everybody used to laugh at Gary Player for being physically fit and exercising. That cat's like 600 years old, and he's as spry as a 40-year-old. So let's hear from Arnold Palmer, his thoughts on the Masters career he had, and this week at Augusta with the opening ceremonies.
There were a couple pros in my first year on the tour when I was practicing in Detroit for the Detroit Open, and they were standing in back of me, and they're guys that you all know. I won't tell you who they were, but you knew them, and they were veterans, and they weren't playing actively on the tour when they were watching me. And one said to the other, "Who's that kid down there hitting balls?" And he looked at him and he says, "Oh, that's young guy. I know him. He's Arnold Palmer." And he says, so the other guy looked at him and he says, "You better tell him to get a job." Now, that's pretty significant after 50 years.
On that same note, obviously made an impression on you. What was the week like the first time you came here for your first Masters?
Well, I suppose my gut feeling was I was so relieved and so happy to be at Augusta. I had played the winter tour, and a lot of things happened. One, I couldn't take any money I won because I had to wait 6 months. And it was a relief to get here because I knew that if I won any money, I'd get it. And that was important. The other thing was that I played golf courses coming across the sweep in the south that in some cases, I started on the golf course at 5'10" and ended up at 6 foot because the mud on my shoes had built up a couple of inches. And the greens on a lot of the golf courses, there was no grass. They're overseed in the winter, and they just didn't work. So to get here, where everything was impeccable, it was beautiful. The golf course was beautiful, the club, the facilities, and I was relieved, and I was looking forward to it so much. And you can talk about it, but you can't really tell someone how relieved you are. It was an inner feeling, and I knew that I had a chance to do something, and that whatever I did play-wise, I was going to get rewarded for, and that was something that I really looked forward to.
Good morning. My name is Fred Ridley, and on behalf of the membership of Augusta National Golf Club, it is my pleasure to welcome you to the 90th playing of the Masters. Thank you for being with us. Today, I have the honor of introducing three legendary champions. Together, they have won a combined 11 green jackets and made an incredible 140 Masters appearances across 6 decades. This morning, we will add another milestone to their celebrated history here at Augusta National. First on the tee, it is my great pleasure to welcome back the Masters Tournament's first international champion and winner of 3 green jackets. From South Africa, please welcome Mr. Gary Player. Next, 60 years after becoming the first back-to-back Masters champion and 40 years after winning his 6th green jacket, we proudly welcome back our 6-time Masters champion and one of golf's great icons, whose historic record at the Masters has provided some of the tournament's most unforgettable moments. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jack Nicklaus.
Well, I bring back my caddies for 40 years. Tee the ball up for me.
Jack teasers.
Thank you, Mr. President. Oh boy, watch out. I don't mean that facetiously. What am I hearing there? Okay.
Now on the tee, we welcome back a 2-time Masters champion and 8-time major champion, known around the world not only for his outstanding play, but for his remarkable longevity and legacy in the game. Please welcome Mr. Tom Watson.
Oh, thanks. Good show, Thomas. So you guys are young enough to tee it up.
So you didn't take a practice swing. That was your problem.
Thank you, Tom. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2026 Masters is now officially underway. Enjoy the tournament.
Can we be right here, Tom? Just really? I'm going to have to just